Hey everybody, Jimmy Fallon here, well, sort of. Today we're diving into a topic that's equal parts hilarious and horrifying. The most ridiculous ways people have left this world. I mean, have you ever heard about someone being taken out by a vending machine? That's not a snack attack, that's a full-on snack ambush. But trust me, every single story you're about to hear actually happened. These are not urban legends, and no, Ashton Kutcher isn't about to jump out and tell you you've been punked. Before we jump in, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you love learning about the weirdest corners of human history. Let's get started. Alright, gather round because we're about to dive into a tale that proves sometimes your cravings can be deadly. Yes, you heard that right. Deadly. We're not talking about a sugar crash or a minor stomachache. We're talking about a real, honest-to-goodness cautionary tale about the dangers lurking behind that innocent-looking vending machine. Picture this. You're at work, it's 3 p.m., that dreaded afternoon slump has hit, and the only thing standing between you and happiness, between you and the motivation to finish that report, is a bag of chips stuck in a vending machine, just hanging there, taunting you, so close yet so far. What do? Do you accept defeat? Do you resign yourself to an afternoon of misery? Shake it, of course. Give it a little nudge, maybe a bit of a shimmy. But here's the twist. Sometimes the vending machine shakes back. It fights back. It has a dark side. In the early 2000s, a time when we thought Y2K was the biggest threat, a few unlucky souls met their end, in the most unexpected and frankly ridiculous way possible, when a vending machine toppled onto them, crushing them under its metallic weight. That's right, the very machine designed to deliver snacks, to provide us with sugary goodness and salty satisfaction, turned into a 400-pound metal monster. A silent killer lurking in the break room. It's like the Terminator, but instead of hunting Sarah Connor, but instead of I'll be back, it's I'll be snack. A chilling promise of sugary doom. Imagine the headline, the local news running with this bizarre story. Man loses life in battle with vending machine. A tragic tale of snack-related hubris. But these accidents really happened. These weren't just urban legends or internet rumors, and they serve as a reminder that sometimes, the snack just isn't worth it. Your life is worth more than a bag of chips. So next time your chips get stuck, maybe just walk away. Take a deep breath and remember this story. Or, eat an apple instead. A much safer and arguably healthier alternative. Because trust me, you don't want your last words to be uttered from beneath a pile of metal and snacks. I just wanted a Snickers. A final, desperate plea for chocolatey goodness. That's not a sweet ending. That's a tragically ironic end to a life. If you're watching this while eyeing a vending machine, contemplating your next move, consider this your official warning. Proceed with caution, or better yet, just back away slowly. Those things have a mean streak, they're just waiting for you to underestimate them. Don't become a statistic. Alright, moving on to a modern classic, death by selfie. It's a phenomenon that's both tragic and, let's be honest, a little bit absurd. We're living in an age where the pursuit of the perfect image can sometimes outweigh our sense of self-preservation. We all want that perfect Instagram shot, right? That carefully curated glimpse into our amazing lives. We want to show off our adventures, our style, and our enviable experiences. But some people take it to a whole new level. They push the boundaries of what's acceptable, what's reasonable, and frankly what's safe, all in the name of social media validation, like hanging off a cliff just for the gram level. It's a level of dedication or perhaps delusion that's hard to fathom. You have to wonder what goes through their minds in those precarious moments. There are actual statistics showing that more people die each year taking selfies than from shark attacks. Let that sink in for a moment. Sharks, apex predators of the ocean, are less of a threat to your life than your own desire for a good selfie. One case involved a tourist who backed up for the perfect shot, completely focused on framing the scene, only to forget there was a cliff behind them. A tragic oversight, a momentary lapse in awareness with devastating consequences. It's almost as if the phone should come with a warning. A Surgeon General's warning for the selfie generation. Objects in camera are closer to danger than they appear, and your perception of risk is significantly diminished when you're staring at a screen. People have fallen off buildings, attempting to capture that breathtaking cityscape behind them, cliffs, lured by the dramatic backdrop of the ocean or mountains, and even into animal enclosures, thinking they can get that once-in-a-lifetime shot with a wild animal. All for that one photo that'll get them a few extra likes. Is it really worth risking your life for fleeting digital approval? But maybe, just maybe, keep both feet on the ground. There's beauty to be found in safety and stability too, or at least make sure there's ground behind you. A quick glance can be the difference between a great photo and a fatal mistake, because no one wants their last moment to be a desperate attempt to capture the perfect angle. Wait, let me try portrait mode. Let's prioritize living in the moment rather than just capturing it. Now let's talk about multitasking gone mad, where the line between efficiency and utter chaos blurs into oblivion. We've all been there, haven't we? Trying to juggle a million things at once, convinced we're saving time when in reality, we're just spreading ourselves too thin. We all want a nice lawn, a verdant carpet that makes our neighbors green with envy. We dream of that perfectly manicured grass, the kind you see in magazines, where every blade stands at attention. But one man took it to the next level, by mowing his roof. Yes, you heard me right. He decided that the best way to deal with his rooftop vegetation was with a good old-fashioned lawnmower. Yes, you heard that right. I know, it's the kind of thing that makes you do a double take, questioning everything you thought you knew about home maintenance. The story goes that this gentleman noticed some moss growing on his roof, a patch of green where it definitely shouldn't be. Now most of us would reach for the phone and call a professional, but not our intrepid homeowner, and thought, hey, I've got a lawnmower, why not put it to good use? It seemed like a perfectly logical solution at the time, at least in his head. Spoiler alert, roofs are not lawns, they're designed to keep water out, not to be manicured. And lawnmowers are not climbing gear. They're heavy, unwieldy, and definitely not meant to be used on a steep incline. Safety first, people. The result? What happened next was a lesson in physics, gravity, and the importance of common sense. Well, gravity did what gravity does best. It exerted its irresistible force, reminding everyone that what goes up must come down. Neighbors reportedly watched in disbelief as he tried to maneuver the mower up the shingles, a scene that could only be described as a slapstick comedy gone wrong. And sure enough, both man and mower, in a synchronized display of poor judgment, took a tumble. A spectacular, albeit unfortunate, descent from the heights of horticultural ambition. The mower didn't make it, reduced to a mangled mess of metal and plastic, and neither did he, thankfully with only minor injuries. Here's the lesson. Just because you can, doesn't mean you should. Some ideas are best left unexplored, some paths untrodden. If you ever find yourself thinking, contemplating a course of action that seems just a little bit off, I wonder if this is a good idea, the answer is probably no. Trust your gut and err on the side of caution. So next time you see moss on your roof, maybe just call a roofer. They have the tools, the expertise, and most importantly, the common sense to handle the situation safely. Or better yet, embrace the moss. Let it be a reminder that sometimes, the best thing to do is to let nature take its course. Who doesn't love a good lava lamp? They're groovy, hypnotic, and just the perfect way to set the mood. But one man took his love for lava lamps a little too far, by heating it up on his stove. He wanted the wax inside to move faster, so he thought, let's speed things up. Unfortunately, lava lamps are not designed for stovetop cooking. The lamp exploded, sending glass and hot wax everywhere. It was less peace and love and more pieces, and ouch. This is a classic case of impatience meeting physics, and physics always wins. The moral? If you want your lava lamp to heat up, just wait. But please, keep them off the stove. Your kitchen is not a science lab. Let's talk about beards. They're majestic, they're manly, and in some cases they're downright dangerous. In the late 1800s, a man named Hans Steininger was famous for having the world's longest beard, over 6 feet long. One day Hans forgot to roll up his beard before heading to work at the factory. His beard got caught in the machinery and, well, let's just say it was a hairy situation that didn't end well. The beard that brought him fame also brought him his downfall. Can you imagine the obituary? Survived by his family, and his beard which is still being untangled. The lesson here? Sometimes style comes at a price, so, to all the beard lovers out there, remember safety first, fashion second. We all love animals. They're cute, cuddly, and sometimes honestly a little too wild for comfort. But there are always those folks who think, hey, I can totally pet that wild bear. One man at a wildlife park decided he wanted a selfie with a grizzly bear. He hopped the fence, ignored all the warning signs, and went in for a pat on the back. The bear, not being a fan of uninvited guests, responded the way bears do. The man didn't get his selfie, or anything else ever again. Wild animals are called wild for a reason. So next time you're at a zoo or a park, admire the animals from a safe distance. You know it's a party when the champagne comes out. But did you know that those little corks can be deadly? More people are killed by champagne corks each year than by poisonous spiders. One unlucky partygoer was celebrating a big win when the cork shot out like a missile, hit him in the eye and caused a fatal brain injury. It's hard to imagine a more embarrassing way to go. So the next time you pop a bottle, maybe aim away from your face and everyone else's too. Safety goggles at parties might be the next big trend. Let's head to the desert for this next one. A man decided he didn't like the look of a giant saguaro cactus in his yard, so he tried to chop it down. As he hacked away, the 600-pound cactus toppled over, right onto him. He was impaled by the very plant he was trying to destroy. That's karma, desert style. Nature always finds a way to fight back. So if you ever feel the urge to take on a cactus, maybe just let it be, or at least wear some serious armor. Here's one for the inventors out there. A man decided to strap fireworks to his lawn chair, hoping to achieve backyard liftoff. He lit the fuse and the chair shot up like a budget SpaceX launch. Unfortunately, he didn't plan for the landing, or steering. The chair crashed back down, and that was the end of his rocket science career. It's the ultimate example of don't try this at home. Just because you saw it in a cartoon doesn't mean it'll work in real life. So if you're feeling adventurous, maybe stick to model rockets, or just watch the fireworks from a safe distance. Last but not least, let's talk about competitive eating. We've all seen those hot dog eating contests. People shoving food down like there's no tomorrow. For one contestant, unfortunately, there really wasn't. During a 4th of July contest, a man choked on a hot dog and couldn't be saved in time. Maybe just enjoy your food, chew slowly, and leave the records to the pros. Next time you're at a cookout, remember it's not a race. Well, there you have it. 10 of the most ridiculous, unbelievable, and downright head-scratching ways people have left this world. If there's one thing to take away from all these stories, it's this. Never underestimate the power of common sense. Sometimes the best way to stay safe is to just pause and think, is this really a good idea? If you had fun with this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Until next time, stay safe, stay smart, and keep those snacks within arm's reach.